Monday, we now take a look at the latest in the world of business. My name is Carol Jenger. Now, Kenya Revenue Authority says it will challenge a High Court ruling that declared the minimum tax unconstitutional and halted its implementation. KRA Commissioner for Legal Services Paul Matuku says this will ensure the tax agency continues to review and improve tax policies to ensure that every citizen contributes their fair share of tax. In his ruling Monday morning, Justice George Odunga stopped implementation of the tax on account of being double taxation. Let's take a look at our first story. In April this year, the High Court in Machakos granted conservatory orders restraining the Kenya Revenue Authority from enforcing provisions of the minimum tax pending the hearing and determination of a petition challenging it that had been filed in court. The minimum tax was introduced under the Finance Act 2020 and was effective from January this year, charged at the rate of 1% of the gross turnover of a business. A petition filed by Kitengela Bars Association had sought to declare the implementation of the tax as unlawful and unconstitutional. And Monday morning, the High Court declared provisions of the minimum tax unconstitutional and the minimum tax guidelines void.
Orders a declaration that Section 12D of the Income Tax, as introduced by the Finance Act 2020 and amended by the Tax Laws Amended Act 2020, violates Article 201B1 of the Constitution and is null.
Justice George Odunga issued orders restraining KRA from implementing or enforcing the provisions of Section 12D of the Income Tax Act, which states that where a person's installment tax payable is lower than the minimum tax, then the minimum tax shall be payable. Justice Odunga ruled that implementation of minimum tax has the potential of subjecting Kenyans to double taxation and also unfairly diminishes capital for those making losses while businesses making profits. The capital base are unaffected.
The tax also violates the right to dignity under Article 28 of the Constitution, since it assumes that all those in tax law's position are evading taxes.
He ruled that minimum tax should be precise and should only target the intended. The ruling has been welcomed by business owners who say implementation of the minimum tax would have had a devastating impact on businesses.
Kana na ushuru ambao umesimamishwa na High Court, naona ni sawa kabisa, kwa maana ukiangalia vile saa nchi hali ambayo iko, umeona corona vile imetupija, makampuni mengi yamefuta wafanyikazi.
Kitu kingine mzuri sana ambao koti imeweza kusimama na imeweza kutoa uamuzi mzuri sana na kusimamisha KRA kuzidi kutoza makampuni ushuru zaidi.
Tumeanza kuona kama koti imeanza kuona maslahi ya mwananchi, kwa sababu ukiangalia ushuru ambao mwananchi ama mama mboga anaambiwa atoe ya 1%, na ukiangalia biashara yake ambao kwa wakati mwingi atakuwa anaingia hasara kwa mara mingi.
However, KRA says it plans to challenge the High Court ruling. In a statement, KRA says it respectfully disagrees with the findings of the court and will prefer an appeal to the Court of Appeal to challenge this finding. This is to ensure that KRA continues to review and improve on tax policies in order to reduce the tax burden while ensuring that every citizen contributes their fair share of tax.